Okay, now we're going to graph from standard form. When we do this, we are going to use our x and y intercepts. We're going to find our x and y intercepts first, okay? Now, remember, y down here at the bottom, y-intercepts always have an x value of 0, and x-intercepts always have a y value of 0, okay? So, that's how it works. What we can do is use a table, all right? If x equals 0, we have what's called a y-intercept. Okay, and that didn't work writing that. There we go, y-intercept. So when x equals 0, what you can think about doing is saying, okay, this is 0, so that's gone. We're left with y equals 7. So therefore, y is 7. All right, now, when y equals 0, right here, when y equals 0, this is 0, you're left with x equals 7. X equals 7. That right there gives you the y-intercept and the x-intercept. The point 0, 7 is up here, okay? That's your y-intercept. And then 7, 0 is over here. That right there is your x-intercept. Because remember, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So that right there is your y-intercept. You plot your y-intercept and your x-intercepts. You connect them, and there's your line. All right, let's do a couple more. Okay, so this one. It is easiest if you set up a table. Well, I think it's easiest. So you have x, y, and then we're going to do 0 and 0. So first up is our x-intercept. Our x-intercept is when y equals 0. So if y equals 0, you want to think, okay, this is gone because y is 0. You're left with 2x equals 12. Well, solve for x. How do we do that? Divide by 2. So you get x equals 6. That gives you the point 6, 0. Okay, now when y-intercept is when x equals 0, so when x equals 0, this is gone. You're left with 3y equals 12. Solve for y. Well, divide by 3, so you get y equals 4. That gives you the point 0, 4. That's your y-intercept. Here is 6, 0. Here is 0, 4. And we connect our points for a line. Please do a little bit better job than I did. All right, next up, negative 4x plus y equals negative 8. So we have 0 and 0 when y equals 0, so this is gone. We are left with negative 4x equals negative 8. Well, solve for x, divide by negative 4. We get x equals 2. So that's our x-intercept, the point 2, 0. Then, for our y-intercept, x equals 0. What are we left with? Y equals negative 8. It's already solved for y. So we have the point 0, 0, negative 8. So the point 2, 0 and the point 0, negative 8. There is our not so straight line. There's our line right there connecting our 2 points. And that's that. Go ahead and pause it and do the huge tries, and I'll pick up on the next slide after that. Okay, we have one situation where this method does not quite work. So try this one. We have 3x minus 2y equals 0. When x equals 0, we're left with negative 2y equals 0. Divide by negative 2, and we get 0. All right, now when y equals 0, we're left with 3x equals 0. Divide by 3, and we still get x equals 0. So we have the point 0, 0 and 0, 0. We don't have a line. Okay, so that's why it doesn't work. When you have the equation equals 0, it does not work to find your x and y intercepts. So we need to convert it into slope-intercept form in order to graph it. So what you're going to do is minus 3x from both sides. Okay, so that gives you negative 2y. 0 minus 3x is just negative 3x. And divide by negative 2. You're left with y equals negative 3 over negative 2. The negatives cancel, so just 3/2 x. That's in slope-intercept form. The y-intercept is 0. Your slope is 3/2. So we start at 0, 0, and then it's up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2, and you have your not so straight line. There you go. And that's it for this section.